Hello, my name is Kevin Cannon from Harting. I'm here to talk to you about a new connector system. It's called har-modular. So, what is it? How does it work? What does it do? It's a fully modular PCB to PCB connector system. This can work as a daughter card, mother card application, so at 90-degree angles, or it can also work as a mezzanine application, so you have parallel boards stacking together. Within this modular construction, you can create your own design. Okay, so what's included within the range? At this present time, there are 31 different rail lengths, and these are the rails that hold all the modules together, and they range from 0.8 of an inch to 6.8 inches, which is just over 20 millimeters to just over 172 millimeters. Currently, also within the range, there are many different modules. These include modules for signal connections with a little 9-way signal connector, mid-power, which has the 3 6-amp power contacts, and high power contacts, which can go up to 40 amps. The data modules will be following shortly, and these will include a module which is capable of single-pair Ethernet. So, okay, let's see how easy it is to put these connectors together. We have our assembly jig here, which is good for the male or the female connector, and you can see either side is marked. So let's take the male connectors first. We take each individual modules to the layout that we would like to go, and then with each one you can see there is a marking on here. This is the H3 module for the mid-power, and it will go on like so. This is the C9 on here. And as long as all these are loaded the same way, either to the left or to the right, it doesn't matter, they will all fit well together. So once we've got them assembled to the jig, we then fit the rails. And you can see on the rails here we have a dimple on this side, and on the actual connector we have a little ball on the product. So we can put that in there, we click it in place, 1, 2, 3, and so that's done that side. We can spin it around, and then we can put the other rail in place, click, 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 and then the connector is assembled. As simple as that. So let's have a look at the female half now, and again we can take the individual modules. There is a stop at this end of the actual assembly jig, so we can load them up against that, and there's the next one. And again, you can see here we have the identification for H3, and that will go in, and this one will go in here next to it. Exactly the same, the rails are identical for the male or the female product, and again you just dovetail them in here, click, 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 turn it over, put the other rail in, click, 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 and there is your mated pair of connectors. And this is for a mezzanine application where they go together like that. Okay, so if you've found you made an error in the makeup of your particular connector, you can use a bladed screwdriver, and you will see inside here there's some very small slits where you can put the screwdriver and just eject the module from the rail. So you can take that out, you can turn it around and put it back in. Now, the way we assembled it the first time was fine, so we can just put it back in the same way. Slide it down the rails until the ball and socket actually click together, like so. So it just shows you how easy it is to repair them if need be. Just put the screwdriver in and turn them around. So the next question is, how can we make it easy for the engineer? So we have the har-modular configurator. This will enable you to actually pull all the different modules together and the link onto the rails, and you can configure it exactly how you want. Let's have a quick look. Here is the Harting website, and you go to the top left corner here, configurators, and it comes up with the different configurations. So we have the industrial connectors here, we have the DIN 41612, flat cable, and the SEW drives. So if we go on this second one for the har-modular, and we can configure now. So we go onto the actual live screen, we have male straight connectors, angled male connectors, and female connectors. The configuration, let's go with male straight connectors, and we can build something up. So it automatically comes with the two polarizing modules, one at each end, and then in this green area here you can actually add one of the options for the connectors. All the straight connectors shown here. Let's add the three-way mid-power, the H3 module. So I add that into place. You can see it's been added. It's a longer module than the other ones, so it's been added. I also would like to add a new module, another additional module. And you can see here the green one that's highlighted is module A. I'll add a new module, and then we come module B. And then in this particular one, it gives me the options again which I can load. This time I'll load a 9-way straight connector. We have 3 different options here, the standard one, and then we have 2 options here which have first mate, last break pins in the mating area. I'll just go for the standard one and add that in. You can see now that it's actually pulled that in. What I can do if I feel I've got that in the wrong position, I can move the modules. So it comes up in a new screen, I click on the product, and then I can move it left or right. I'll leave it where it was because there's no need to move it, but this is just to demonstrate that if you make an error you can change it, or you need to change your construction, then it's easy to do. So then I click apply. I'm happy with that layout for the straight male connector for my mezzanine application. I hit apply, and then it comes back to the home screen. You can see here the product and everything else that and the way we put it together. Let's configure the mating female connector. Now, because there are limited options on these, yes, we agree it's a straight female connector. I go on to module B. Again, there is only the one option for the mating female connector, so that's exactly what I want. It pulls in the polarizing pieces on each end. These are used primarily because the connector is open and you can have mismatch, so it's always advisable to use one of the polarizing pieces. So I hit apply again. So we now have the mated pair of connectors. And again here with this, we can bring them together. We can have a look at them, make sure they're exactly what we want, part them. We can do an exploded view where we have the whole thing in the screen, and I can close that down. So if I hit the continue button now, when you get to this screen, you can download all the product details, and you click that one, and now you've got the download package. You can see here we have a data packet for the male, and we have a data packet for the female. So you can download all the information just for them specific mating halves, or you can download for both. I'm happy to download for both the male and the female data packet. And from here I can load the PDF products, and I'd like the list, product list on an Excel format. From here I hit request data, and the package of information will be sent to me by email. Normally this happens within 5 minutes, so you should get everything that you need. If you need the CAD drawings, again, these will be sent to you very, very quickly. Let's have a few technical details about the product. The product is good for 500 mating cycles, so it's class 1 plated on the mating contacts. The plastics that we use are polyamide, which are good for SMC compatibility, surface mount compatible, so it's good for all reflow processes for soldering. The whole portfolio is based on the 41612 range and the 2mm hard metric systems. So the board-to-board dimensions are exactly the same as these two previous standards. So you can actually put a har-modular next to a DIN 41612 or a metric connector, and they will all work exactly the same. Now, I hope you found that all interesting, and just finally, just to close everything all off, you can obtain free samples from the Harting website, harting.com, just search for har-modular. And if you need specific connectors made up, Harting can do this. If your quantity is in excess of 200, we can make your own specific configuration as you require. If it's less than this, then we have simple assembly jigs, which you have seen, and you can do this yourself.